Today we're going to be cooking lamb Bhuna on the big green egg. Got everything ready. Get the egg up to temperature between 300–400, indirect with a Dutch oven in it, warming up with the egg. Now you can't skimp on this bit. This is important. You've got to use ghee. You can't use oil or butter. It's just not going to give you the right sheen at the end. So if you're worried about it being too fattening, you just got to get yourself down the gym, go for a run. First thing we're going to do is add some chopped onions. We're going to mix that in with the ghee. You can see how it melts there straight away. And then we're going to add our homemade curry paste. Now this is quite important. You might have mixed the paste up and you think that's okay, but you've got to cook out the spices that are in there. At the moment, even though they're in the paste and they look okay, they're actually raw and they need to be cooked out. So we're going to stir that round, give it a good mix in so all the ghee and the onions are in there, and then we're going to cook that for about 5 minutes just to cook off those spices. After the 5 minutes, we're going to add the lamb. Now we've marinated this lamb overnight in a mixture of plain yogurt and spices, and we're going to just give that a good coating round. Now the spices we get are from a company called the Spicery. They provide you with all the spices you need for each particular curry and in the right quantities. So we've used one for the paste and one for the lamb, different spices. Details are on the blog. What we want to do is give this a good coating. Now this is quite an important phase for the lamb. This is where we're going to smoke it, and it's going to get a nice strong smoke ring. So we're going to give that a good mix. We're going to close down the egg, or the lid at least, and we're going to cook that for about 15 minutes. And there we go, the lamb's starting to give a nice caramelizing on the top. Give it a stir just so everything gets a good coating with the juices that are now starting to emanate. And now to stop it boiling, we're going to add some water. Give it a good mix. And close down the top of the egg. I'm going to cook that for about 20 minutes. Okay, it's starting to look a lot like a proper curry sauce now. So give it a good stir. Now, you can't cheat on this bit either, just like you couldn't cheat with the ghee. You've got to go and chop some proper tomatoes. None of this tinned rubbish. Get some nice fresh tomatoes, chop them up and lob them in there. You're really after the flesh and the flavour from the tomatoes rather than the juice. This isn't a tomatoey curry like some. So, proper fresh tomatoes, get them in there, and then close down the egg again and cook for about another 25 to 30 minutes. Now at this point your curry is cooked, so you can remove it from the egg with your rice that you're cooking indoors, and you can use the plate setter to cook your naans. Saves you having to try and get a pizza stone up to temperature, just use your plate setter. So only takes a couple of minutes, flip them over, cook the other side while you're probably serving up your rice and getting your chutneys and your beer ready, and you're good to go. And then finally, when it's served, garnish with a little bit of fresh coriander. And there you have it, smoked lamb Bhuna on the big green egg.